Welcome to the video group 2. Today we will continue with the chapter 10 and chapter 11. Firstly, we will discover the chapter 10, Pricing, Understanding and Capturing Customer Value. Nowadays, every business must deal with an unstable and rapidly changing price environment, and many businesses are experiencing increased pricing pressure. So, what precisely is a price? Price refers to the amount of money charged for a product or service in its most basic definition. Price, in a broader sense, is the sum of all the values that buyers forego in exchange for the advantages of owning or using a product or service. Price is the most important element in influencing a buyer's decision, but recently non-price considerations have increased in importance. Furthermore, price is the most flexible component of marketing mix and the only one that generates money, with the other represent cost. Price remains an important factor in delivering customer value and developing customer connections.
For every product, the company has to choose a price, but determining the price can take many ways. Most importantly, it should follow a defined strategy. In this objective, three major pricing strategies can be identified: customer value-based pricing, cost-based pricing, and competition-based pricing. Good pricing usually starts with customers and their perceptions of value. Eventually, the customer will decide whether a product is worth its price or not. Therefore, we should start with customer value. When customers buy a product, they exchange something of value, the price, to get something of value, the benefits of having or using a particular product. Therefore, it is crucial to understand how much value customers pay on the benefits they receive from the product and setting a price that captures exactly this value. We can say that customer value-based pricing is based on the buyer's judgment of value rather than the seller's expenses. We now examine two types of value-based pricing: good value pricing and value-added pricing. Good value pricing is a form of value-based pricing that offers good quality and good service at a fair price. This is often used for introducing less expensive versions of goods or services from established businesses. One great example of a business that uses this pricing strategy is budget airlines that offer low-cost airfares for those who want to travel but are willing to skip premium services for most airlines, like in-flight meals and travel suites. Instead, for what they pay for in budget airlines, they are offered comfortable seats and choices to skip in-flight meals for lower prices. While the main pricing strategy aims to keep prices less expensive, the opposite goes for value added. Rather than cutting prices to match competitors, they add quality, services, and value-added features to differentiate their offers and thus support their higher prices. To return to our airlines example, take a look at higher-priced premium airlines such as Singapore Airlines, Emirates. Flying with these airlines will cost you much more, but customers are willing to spend that additional price because they will get more value. Value is added in terms of comfort, luxury, premium service, and so further. Now we move on to the next pricing strategy, cost-based pricing. In cost-based pricing, the seller costs are the primary consideration. Costs set the floor for pricing that the company can charge. Therefore, cost-based pricing involves setting prices based on the cost for introducing, distributing, and selling the product. In order to make some profit, a fair rate of return is added to account for efforts and risks. Some companies, such as Vietjet Air or Walmart, pursue a low-cost strategy and aim to offer the lowest prices. This goes along with accepting smaller margins, but greater sales. Other companies, such as Apple or BMW, do not compete based on low prices. By offering superior customer value, they can climb higher prices and margins. The simplest pricing method is cost-plus pricing or markup pricing. Added a standard markup to the cost of products. Under this approach, you add together the direct material cost, direct labor cost, and overhead cost for a product, and add it to a markup percentage in order to derive the price of their product. Another cost-oriented pricing approach is break-even pricing. or a variation called target return pricing. The firm set a price at which they will break even or make the target return on the cost of marketing a product. Finally, competition-based pricing involves setting prices based on competitors' strategies, costs, prices, and market offerings. In highly competitive markets, consumers will base their judgments of a product's value on the prices that competitors charge for similar products. Importantly, the goal is not to match or beat competitors' price. Rather, the goal is to set prices according to the relative value created versus competitors. If a company creates great value for customers, higher prices are justified, no matter what price the company charge, high, low, or in between. Be certain to give customers superior value for the price.
Now we talk about other internal and external considerations affecting price decision. Firstly, we will discuss about overall marketing strategy, objectives, and mix. People already know that price is only one element of the company's broader marketing strategy. So before setting price, the company must decide on its overall marketing strategy for the product or service. Sometimes a company's overall strategy is built around its price and value story. And the people also finding that marginal price value trade-off very difficult, and pricing strategies often require regular realignment to meet changes in pricing environment. If a company has selected its target market and positioning carefully, then its marketing mix strategy, including price, will be fairly straightforward. Pricing may play an important role in helping to accomplish company objectives in many levels. For example, a firm can set prices to attract new customers or profitably retain existing ones. Or it can set price low to prevent competition from entering the market, or set prices at competitors' level to stabilize the market. Companies often position their products on price and then tailor other marketing mix decisions to the prices they want to charge. And now we talk about target costing. Target costing is pricing that starts with an ideal selling price, then target cost will ensure that the price is met. Other companies de-emphasize price and use other marketing tools to create non-price positions. Often the best strategy is not to charge the lowest price, but rather to differentiate the marketing offer to make it worth a higher price. Thus, marketers must consider the total marketing strategy and mix when setting prices. And now we talk about organizational considerations. Management must decide who within the organizations should set prices. Companies handle pricing in a variety of ways. For example, in small companies, prices are often set by top management rather than by the marketing or sales departments. In industries in which pricing is a key factor, for example, airlines or oil companies, companies often have pricing departments to set the best prices or help others set them. Now we talk about the market and demand. So we talk about pricing in different types of markets. We have 4 types of markets and the first is poor competition. The market consists of many buyers and sellers trading in a uniform commodity. No single buyer or seller has much effect on the going market price. The second is monopolistic competition. The market consists of many buyers and sellers trading over a range of prices rather than a single market price. The third is oligopolistic competition. The market consists of only a few large sellers, and price becomes a major competitive tool. And finally, poor monopoly. The market is dominated by one seller, and pricing is handled differently in each case. Now we talk about analyzing the price-demand relationship. Demand curve is a curve that shows the number of units the market will buy in a given time or period at different prices that might be charged. The relationship between the price charged and resulting demand level is shown in the demand curve. In the normal case, demand and price are inversely related. That is, The higher the price, the lower the demand. Thus, the company would sell less if it raised its price from PP to PA. In short, consumers with limited budgets probably will buy less of something if its price is too high. Now we talk about the price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity is measured of sensitivity of demand to changes in price. If demand is elastic rather than inelastic, sellers will consider lowering their prices. Then we discuss about the economy. Economic factors such as boom or recession, inflation, and interest rates affect pricing decisions. The most obvious response to the new economic realities is to cut prices and offer discounts. Rather than cutting prices on their main market brands, many companies are holding their price position, redefining the value in their value propositions. And then we have some other external factors that are resellers, government, and social concerns. These factors have the effect in pricings.
Chapter 11 is about pricing strategies, additional considerations. In this chapter, we will have 5 objectives. Moving to objective 1 about new product pricing strategies. First, we look at market streaming strategies. It is setting a high price for a new product to skim maximum revenues layer by layer from the segment willing to pay the high price. It results in fewer but more profitable sales, and it is due under this condition. First, product quality and image must support its higher price. Then costs can be not so high that they cancel the advantages of charging more. And the last one, competitors should not be able to enter market easily and undercut the higher price. 10 about market penetration strategies. In contrast, it is setting a low price for a new product in order to penetrate the market quickly and deeply. It's attract a large number of buyers and win a large market share, and it is due under. First, market must be highly price sensitive so that allow price products more market growth. Then production or distribution costs must fall as sale volume increase. And the last one, the companies must keep out competition and maintain its low price position, or benefit may be only temporary.
The second learning objective is product mix pricing strategies. When a product is part of a product mix, the company seeks for a range of prices that maximize the whole product mix profitability. Let's look at the 5 product mix pricing situations in more detail. The first pricing situation is product line pricing, which relates to determine price step between various products in a product line based on cost differences, consumer evaluations of various features, and competitors' price. Samsung, for example, offers a variety of Galaxy series, including the Galaxy S, Galaxy Z, and Galaxy A, each with a different price point to appeal to different customer segments. Optional product pricing is the second situation, which refers to the pricing of optional or accessory products in addition to the main product. For example, when a customer visits a restaurant, he or she frequently orders liquor or soft drinks in addition to the meal. The majority of restaurants keep the price of liquor and soft drinks higher while keeping the price of food lower. As a result, food sales will cover the expense and revenue from liquor and soft drinks will make profits. Cater product pricing is the third situation. It relates to determine the pricing of products that must be used along with a main product. Captive products can account for a significant amount of company revenue and earnings. Let's take a theme park as an example. Although the entry fee may be modest, there are still extra costs to be paid, such as food, drink, hotels, and additional attractions, which are the theme park's primary sources of revenue. The fourth situation is by-product pricing, which refers to setting a price for byproducts in order to offset the cost of disposal while keeping the main product's pricing competitive. When meat is processed for human consumption, for example, the byproduct can be used as dog or cat food. As a result, the manufacturer can recover some of his costs, such as shipment and storage. Last but not least is product bundle pricing, which is combining various products and selling them as a package at a discounted price. For example, Leverageable say official store sales set of products include cleanser, toner, serum, and sunscreen for lower overall cost on e-commerce platforms like Shopee or Lazada to encourage customers to buy more.
In this objective, we will discuss how companies adjust their price to take into account different types of customer and situations. To be more detailed, we will go through some examples as well. Here we examine the 7 price adjustment strategies. The first one is a discount and allowance pricings, which mean reducing price to reward customer responses. The first form of discount is a cash discount, which means the company reduce price for buyer who pay their bill quickly. A typical example is the payment term, just like this one, which means that although payment is due within 30 days, the buyer can deduct 2% of the bill it paid within 10 days. A quantity discount is a price reduction for those who buy large volume, and a functional discount to trade channel members who perform certain functions, such as selling, storing, and so on. And the last one is a seasonal discount, which is a price reduction for buying merchandise or services out of season. Allowance are another type of reduction. For example, trade-in allowance, a price reduction given for turning in an old item when buying a new one. And promotional allowance are payment or price reduction that reward dealer for participating in advertising and sales support programs. Secondly is the segment pricing, which means adjusting prices to allow for differences in customer, products, or location. It also takes several forms: customer segment pricing, product form pricing, location-based pricing, and time-based pricing. For example, under customer segment pricing, different customers pay different price for the same products or service. Specifically, movie theater usually charge lower price for student and senior citizen. Psychological pricing strategy is adjusting price for psychological effects. For example, many consumers use price to charge the quality. Like, for example, $100 bottle of perfume may contain only $3 worth of scents, but some people are willing to pay the $100 because this price indicates something special. With promotional pricing, companies will temporarily price their products below list price and sometimes even below cost to create buying excitement and urgency. For example, under limited time offers, such as online flash sale on Shopee, can create buying urgency and make buyers feel lucky to have gotten in on the deal. Geographical pricing strategy is setting price for customers located in different parts of the country or the world. For example, under uniform delivery pricing, which is the opposite of FOB, which stands for free on board pricing, the company charges the same price plus freight to all customers regardless of their location. Dynamic pricing means adjusting price continually to meet the characteristic and needs of individual customers and situations. If done well, it can help sellers to optimize sales and serve customer better. However, done poorly, it can damage customer relationship and trust. And the last one is the international pricing strategy. It simply means adjusting price for international markets, which can be affected by economic condition, competitive situation, laws, and so on. For example, Apple used a premium pricing strategy to introduce premium smartphone in carefully segment mature market in developed countries and to affluent consumer in emerging market.
We will move on to learning objective 4, price changes. We have two kinds of initiating price changes, that is, initiating price cuts. Several situations may lead a firm to consider cutting its price. One such circumstance is excess capacity. Another is falling demand in the face of strong price competition or a quickened economy. A company may also cut prices in a drive to dominate the market through lower cost. Either the company starts with lower cost than its competitors, or it cuts prices in the hope of gaining market share that will further cut costs through larger volume. And then initiating price increases. A successful price increase can greatly improve profits. When raising prices, the company must avoid being perceived as a price gouger. Whenever possible, the company should consider ways to meet higher costs or demand without raising prices. And also, the buyers and competitors will have some reactions to the price changes. Customers do not always interpret price changes in a straightforward way, and a firm considering a price change must worry about the reactions of its competitors as well as those of its customers. Competitors are mostly likely to react when the number of firms involved is small, when the product is uniform, and when the buyers are well informed about products and prices. Now we turn to responding to price changes. The company will have some questions. Why did the competitor change the price? Is the price change temporary or permanent? What will happen to company's market share and profits if it does not respond? And are other competitors going to respond? Then we have the figure shows the ways a company might assess and respond to a competitor's price cuts. Has competitor cut price? If yes, will lower price negatively affect our market share and profits? If yes, should effective action can be taken? And then company will reduce price, raise perceived value, improve quality and increase price, or launch low price fighting brand. If a competitor don't cut price or lower price don't have a negatively effect, so the company will hold current price, continue to monitor competitors' price.
The last objective is about public policy and pricing. In this objective, we'll learn about two parts, pricing within channel levels and pricing across channel levels. Moving to the first one about pricing within channel levels. Price fixing is seller must set price without talking to competitors, while predatory pricing is selling below cost with the intention of punishing a competitors or gaining higher long-term profits by putting competitors out of business. This will protect small sellers from loss warrant. An example of predatory pricing tactics can be seen in the drug war between Walmart and Target in Minnesota. Walmart, seeking to undercut the competition, intentionally began offering drugs at well below its price floor, and the government accepted this. But Target, looking not to be undercut, marked this drug price out. However, Minnesota state law forbid the sale of drugs below their historic cost and limited the discount, thus putting an end to the price war. The next one is about pricing across channel levels. First, Robinson-Parkman Art prevents unfair price discrimination by ensuring that the seller offers the same price terms to customers at a given level of trade. Pricing across channel levels include price discrimination, retail or resale price maintenance, and descriptive pricing. Price discrimination is allowed if the seller can prove the cost differ when selling to different retailers, or if the seller manufactures different qualities of the same product for different retailers. Retail or resale price maintenance is when a manufacturer requires a dealer to charge a specific retail price for its products, and deceptive pricing occurs when a seller states price or price savings that misleads customers or are not actually available for customers. And this is the end of our presentation. Thanks for watching.